We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification. From viral sensations to entrepreneurs building empires in months, overnight success stories are everywhere. These headlines fuel our desire for quick wins and instant recognition. But the truth is, overnight success is often an illusion. What we see is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind every sudden success are years of dedication, unseen failures, and relentless perseverance. The real story is about those who toiled in obscurity, embracing setbacks as stepping stones. True success is rarely effortless. It's built on grit, resilience, and unwavering belief. The stories we hear are highlight reels, not the full picture. We don't see the countless hours of practice, the rejections, or the sacrifices made along the way. Success is rarely linear. It's messy, unpredictable, and full of setbacks. The real journey is about learning from mistakes and pushing forward despite adversity. Those we call overnight successes are masters at turning setbacks into growth. Their resilience is what truly sets them apart. The media loves sensational stories. They grab our attention and sell. Overnight success headlines are everywhere, but they rarely show the hard work behind the scenes. We see the dazzling after, but not the messy before. This creates unrealistic expectations and makes us question our own progress. Remember, the media often prioritizes entertainment over accuracy. Look beyond the headlines. True success is never just luck. Approach these stories with healthy skepticism. We're not just passive consumers, we crave these stories of instant success. In a world of instant gratification, it's tempting to believe in shortcuts. Social media bombards us with curated lives and effortless achievements, fueling comparison. This mindset can lead us to chase empty promises or cut corners. But real lasting success is built on hard work and patience. Shortcuts rarely lead to anything meaningful. Embracing the long game is where true achievement lies. The big break is often seen as a magical moment, but it's rarely random. What looks like luck is usually years of preparation meeting opportunity. Take the viral musician. Behind the hit are years of practice, rejection, and persistence. Success is a series of small wins, not a single event. It's about showing up, doing the work, and being ready when the moment comes. The journey matters more than the breakthrough. We see the polished performance, not the years of unseen effort. The comedian's perfect set hides countless open mics and failed jokes. The entrepreneur's headline success masks late nights, failed pitches, and tough pivots. True achievement is built in solitude, through relentless dedication. The real story is the struggle, not just the spotlight. Success is a winding path, paved with resilience and belief. No one achieves overnight success alone. Behind every star is a team, family, mentors, collaborators who support and guide. Musicians have producers, publicists, and roadies. Entrepreneurs have developers, marketers, and investors. These unsung heroes are the backbone of every success story. Their contributions may be invisible, but they're essential. True success is always a team effort. Celebrate the small wins. They're the fuel for long-term success. Breaking big goals into milestones keeps us motivated and focused. Each small achievement builds confidence and momentum. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how minor it seems. These wins create a positive feedback loop, driving you forward. Success is a series of small steps, not one giant leap. Overnight success is a misleading concept. It suggests that achieving our goals is a quick dash to the finish line, a sudden burst of effort that catapults us to the top. However, the reality is that true success is more akin to a marathon than a sprint. It requires endurance, resilience, and a willingness to embrace the long game. Just like a marathon runner who trains for months, gradually increasing their mileage and pushing their limits, we too must approach our goals with a long-term perspective. There will be days when we feel energized and motivated, and there will be days when we want to give up. The key is to keep moving forward, even if it's just one step at a time. Consistency is not about pushing ourselves to the point of burnout. It's about finding a sustainable pace, a rhythm that we can maintain over the long haul. It's about showing up even when we don't feel like it, trusting that the small, consistent efforts we make today will compound over time and lead us to extraordinary results. Consistency is not a personality trait. It's a skill that can be cultivated through practice and intention. Just like any other habit, consistency requires conscious effort and repetition. Here are a few strategies to help you build the consistency habit. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Choose one or two areas where you want to be more consistent and start with small, manageable steps. Set realistic goals. Setting unrealistic goals is a surefire way to sabotage your consistency. Start with goals that challenge you but are still attainable. As you build momentum, you can gradually increase the difficulty. Create a schedule. Having a set schedule helps to create structure and accountability. Block out time in your day or week dedicated to working towards your goals. Find an accountability partner. Having someone to share your goals with and hold you accountable can make a world of difference. Find a friend, mentor, or coach who can support you on your journey. Celebrate your progress. Don't wait until you've reached your ultimate goal to celebrate your progress. Acknowledge and appreciate the small wins along the way. This will help to keep you motivated and reinforce the consistency habit. Remember, consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about choosing to make progress, no matter how small, day after day. And it's in those consistent efforts, those small, seemingly insignificant actions, that true greatness is born. We're conditioned to view failure as something negative, a sign of weakness or inadequacy. From a young age, we're taught to strive for perfection, to avoid mistakes at all costs. This fear of failure can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking risks, pursuing our passions, and ultimately achieving our full potential. What we often fail to realize is that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a crucial part of the journey. Think about how we learn as children. We learn to walk by falling down countless times, each stumble teaching us how to better balance and coordinate our movements. We learn to talk by making a million mistakes, gradually refining our pronunciation and expanding our vocabulary through trial and error. These early experiences teach us that failure is not something to be ashamed of, but rather an essential part of the learning process. Yet, as we grow older, we often internalize the message that failure is something to be avoided at all costs. We become afraid to take risks, to step outside of our comfort zones, for fear of making a mistake. This fear can prevent us from pursuing new opportunities, developing our talents, and ultimately living a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful. The key to embracing failure lies in reframing our perspective. Instead of viewing setbacks as roadblocks, we can choose to see them as valuable learning experiences, opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Every failure, no matter how big or small, offers us valuable insights that we can use to improve our approach, refine our strategies, and ultimately increase our chances of success in the long run. Imagine an entrepreneur who launches a product that fails to gain traction in the market. While this might be a disappointing outcome, it doesn't mean that the entrepreneur is a failure. Instead of giving up, they can choose to analyze what went wrong, identify areas for improvement, and use those insights to develop a better product or refine their marketing strategy. Similarly, an artist who receives harsh criticism for their work can choose to either internalize that negativity or use it as fuel for growth. They can analyze the feedback, identify areas where their work might not have resonated with the audience, and use those insights to further develop their unique style and voice. Failure, in this context, becomes a catalyst for self-reflection, pushing the artist to dig deeper, challenge their own assumptions, and ultimately create work that is more authentic and impactful. One of the most valuable benefits of embracing failure is that it helps us to build resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, stronger and more determined than before. Life is full of challenges, and it's inevitable that we'll encounter setbacks along the way. However, it's not the setbacks themselves that define us, but rather how we choose to respond to them. When we allow ourselves to experience failure, to feel the sting of disappointment, we also develop the emotional intelligence and coping mechanisms to navigate those challenges more effectively in the future. We learn that we're capable of handling difficult situations, that we possess an inner strength that allows us to persevere even when things get tough. This resilience is essential for achieving long-term success. The path to achieving our goals is rarely a straight line. It's often filled with twists, turns, and unexpected obstacles. Those who possess resilience are better equipped to navigate those challenges, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to emerge from adversity stronger and more determined than ever before. The irony of the overnight success myth is that it often obscures the very element that is essential for achieving true and lasting success: failure. The individuals we perceive as overnight successes, those who seem to have effortlessly achieved their dreams, have often faced a multitude of setbacks and failures along the way. It's those experiences, those moments of doubt and uncertainty, that shaped their character, fueled their determination, and ultimately paved the way for their triumphs. When we buy into the illusion of overnight success, we set ourselves up for disappointment and disillusionment. We become so focused on the destination that we fail to appreciate the journey, with all its detours, roadblocks, and unexpected turns. We forget that it's in those detours, those moments when we're forced to reevaluate our path and adjust our course, that we often discover our greatest strengths and uncover hidden opportunities. The next time you find yourself envying someone else's seemingly effortless success, remind yourself that what you're seeing is just a snapshot, a carefully curated highlight reel. Behind that image of effortless achievement lies a story of resilience, perseverance, and yes, even failure. Embrace those moments of adversity, for they are not roadblocks on your path to success. They are the stepping stones that will ultimately lead you to your greatest triumphs. We've spent this time debunking a myth that holds many of us back: the allure of overnight success. It's tempting to fixate on the end goal, to dream of the day when we achieve recognition, wealth, or whatever else we associate with success. But as we've seen, that single moment is often built upon years of unseen effort, resilience in the face of setbacks, and a consistent commitment to showing up day after day. So, how do we reconcile ourselves to this reality? How do we stay motivated when the path to success seems long and arduous? The key lies in shifting our focus from the outcome to the process. Instead of obsessing over the end goal, try to find joy and fulfillment in the day-to-day pursuit of your passions. This might mean celebrating small victories, finding ways to make the work itself more enjoyable, or simply appreciating the opportunity to learn and grow along the way. When we learn to appreciate the journey, the inevitable setbacks become less daunting, and the path itself becomes a source of satisfaction and fulfillment. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, to view every day as a stepping stone to some future point of arrival. But what if the true magic of success lies in the journey itself? What if the most rewarding experiences, the most profound lessons, and the deepest sense of fulfillment come from the challenges we overcome, the skills we develop, and the connections we make along the way? When we approach our goals with a sense of curiosity and a willingness to embrace the unknown, the journey itself becomes an adventure. Every day presents an opportunity to learn something new, to push our boundaries, and to discover hidden talents we never knew we possessed. The setbacks that once seemed insurmountable become valuable lessons, shaping our character and building our resilience. Try to find moments of joy in the everyday pursuit of your passions. Celebrate the small victories, savor the feeling of accomplishment when you master a new skill, and cherish the connections you make with others who share your interests. When we learn to appreciate the journey, the path to success becomes less about the destination and more about the richness of the experience itself. One of the most liberating aspects of rejecting the myth of overnight success is the freedom to define success on our own terms. We are not beholden to societal expectations, external validation, or arbitrary timelines. True success is deeply personal, unique to our individual values, aspirations, and definition of a life well lived. This means letting go of the need for external validation and instead focusing on our own internal compass. What brings you a sense of purpose and fulfillment? What kind of impact do you want to make on the world? What legacy do you want to leave behind? These are the questions that can guide us toward a more authentic and meaningful definition of success. Your journey might not look like the ones we see splashed across headlines, and that's perfectly okay. It might be quieter, more unconventional, filled with detours and unexpected turns. But it will be uniquely yours, a testament to your perseverance, your resilience, and your unwavering commitment to living a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful.